Peace and love, everybody. It's good to see you again. I'm Chen Lo.
I'm Asante Amin.
And together we are Soul Science Lab. Now today we're excited to explore one of the most important aspects of music making, the art of collaboration.
That's right. This unit is all about the joy of collaboration and being open to new possibilities. Now, in the collaboration process, each artist brings something new and unique to the table.
Right.
Together, they create something that they couldn't have done alone. Now, our song, Free Your Mind, on the Make a Joyful Noise album is a great example of collaboration.
Yeah, bro, you're absolutely right. I mean, the way that song came together, it was kind of magical. Well, let's walk them through the process.
Of course, I'd be happy to. Now, this song, interestingly enough, actually started off as a whole other song. And the only reason it was transformed is because I decided I wanted to try it out with a band. See if it sounded better, see if it was worse, or just see how it was different. Now, y'all, to be honest, once the band started playing the original song, I wasn't really feeling it that much. And sometimes that happens.
Man, that happens a lot more than you would think.
You dig? But after a while, I got an idea. And that idea was to break it all the way down and then build it back up. So I asked everybody to stop playing. Everybody except the piano. But I told the piano to try something different. I said, instead of playing the chords straight all at once, I was curious to see how it would sound arpeggiated. And it sounded better than I could ever imagine.
Okay, hold up. All right, this is starting to get really, really good.
Okay.
But before we go any further, I need you to break down that term arpeggiate. Matter of fact, why don't you just show us?
You know what? That's a great question, Chen. Before I play it though, when you arpeggiate, you are playing an arpeggio. And an arpeggio happens when you take the notes from a chord ordinarily played all at once, and you play them individually in a rising or descending order, or even in some kind of pattern. But I can show y'all better than I could talk about it. Yo, peep game.
Bro, that was fire. Really helpful. Now keep going with the story.
Wait a minute, where was I? Oh yeah, so immediately, without missing a beat, I started beatboxing the rhythm I wanted the drums to play. And our drummer, Sinke, he played it just the way I heard it. Next, our bass player, Parker, I didn't have to tell him what to do. He knew what to do. He laid the bass line in there just super smooth. And all of a sudden, we had an entirely different song. It felt fresh and new. And all at once, I was immediately excited again. Then the words to the hook just came out of thin air. I done told you 5 or 6 times. You better free your mind. It was as if I was talking to myself, reminding myself to free my mind. It's important to stay open-minded, especially when working with other brilliant artists and musicians.
Right, man. Look, there's so much freedom and creativity in collaborating with a community to realize a vision.
True indeed.
And there's so much joy in imagining what could be. But Asante, what's one of your favorite musical collaborations? And before you go, bruh, I bet I already know what you're gonna say.
You think you know me, huh?
I do.
All right. So one of my favorite musical collaborations would have to be the great Michael Jackson and legendary producer and composer Quincy Jones. But you already knew that.
Of course.
It blows my mind just to think about the two of them working together. What's so dope about these two is they understood each other's strengths and they knew how to balance each other out to create timeless art.
Man, that's so right. They're phenomenal. And yeah, I definitely knew that. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, man. Michael and Quincy are one of the best collaborative duos in history. And the proof is in the pudding.
True.
I mean, Off the Wall, Thriller, Bad. I mean, the magic speaks for itself.
Bro, you ain't never lying. But I mean, what about you? What are one of your favorite musical collaborations? And just for the record, I feel like I already know what you're about to say,
I mean,
too.
you already know, man. The Roots, you know what I'm saying? Questlove and Black Thought.
Of course.
They've been working together since they were in high school.
True.
So they know each other's gifts really well. And as a drummer and producer, Questlove knows what kind of tracks and drum patterns work well for Black Thought as a lyricist, you know what I mean? And they often build their music on that foundation. And I think that's why they've been able to make so many classics together.
True indeed. You know what? They kind of remind me of us, except our style is kind of like mixed with Outkast.
No doubt. Yeah, I can see that. That's real, because you produce, but you do your thing with the pen too, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I do a little something when I can. But on a serious note, our collaborative process is fire to me. Sometimes it's just me and you.
Right.
I'll have a track and I'll pass it to you. You'll translate it, whatever inspires you. Other times, I'll create some music and have an idea for a direction and share with you to add your perspective.
No doubt, you know what I'm saying? That happens, and sometimes we call our DJ and the core rhythm section of our band to develop projects. That's kind of what we did with Make a Joyful Noise.
True. There's no one right way to collaborate. The possibilities are truly limitless.
Right.
Now, the key is to understand some of the basic qualities of strong collaboration. For me, flexibility and collaboration is really important.
Right.
You have to really be open and allow yourself and others to feel and express whatever is coming through.
Right.
You may need some boundaries though, right? The right boundaries, just so you're grounded in a direction and you don't create aimlessly.
No doubt, bro. Yo, all of that is on point. But you also have to be open to other people's perspectives.
True.
You know, they may see something that you don't see. Now, you definitely should be confident in your creative ideas, but be open enough to make space for other people's genius and talents. No classic song or album was ever made by one person alone. It takes a community to build a classic.
Yo, that is so true. That's so true. But I think about the most important thing in collaboration, which is understanding each person's gifts. You can be very intentional about who you collaborate with based on what you want to accomplish with your music. Now, if you know you're looking for a certain sound, a certain feel, a certain approach, you have to identify and work with people who can help you reach that goal.
No doubt, man. That's so real. And you also want to work with other artists that bring the best out in your talent. And I think that's why we work so well together, bro. You know, but I think they get the point. Now it's your turn to identify collaborations that are meaningful to you.
We want you to research a few of your favorite songs and see who the songwriters and producers are and how they work together. Now remember, for every amazing song you love, the magic had to happen between a producer and a songwriter.
Right.
Ask yourself, what did the producer bring to the collaboration? What did the songwriter bring? Now, some of my current favorite rapper-producer collaborations are people like Future and Metro Boomin.
Okay.
J. Dillon, Erykah Badu.
I love them.
Might be before your time.
No doubt.
And even Jay-Z and Timbaland. Doing some searches on your own using the name of your favorite artist and the name of the producer they work with. Check out some of the video links we've provided to get ideas of what collaborations in the studio can look and feel like.
Exactly, man, and have fun with this. I'm sure you're gonna come across some interesting stories about how some of your favorite songs came to life. And after you finish this, we'll see you in the next section. Peace.